Welcome all to episode 1 of the Nuzlocke Challenge Leaf Green edition. My name's Ed. To start our Pokemon adventure, I thought I'd start with Gen 1. This was actually the first generation that I played, with the original blue, red, and yellow. Though, if someone has a imported green version or a bootleg green version, that also counts as Gen 1. Right now, Professor Oak is giving us some wonderful exposition about how we have a whole world of adventure to explore. And next we're going to have to name our rival. We're going to name him Gary, because the anime told me to. You'd always shout, "Smell you later." I recently watched the first couple episodes of the Pokemon Generation 1 anime. It is enjoyably terrible. I love it to bits. Though, if I watched it for the first time as an adult, I don't know if I would enjoy it as much as I did back then. So like every good 10-year-old, we're going to ignore our mother, walk outside, and try to walk into the woods, because that's the only way to get Professor Oak to spawn. He's going to tell us, "Hey, wait, it's dangerous to go out there alone." But unlike certain old men from the 1980s, he won't hand us a sword to go butcher monsters with. No, this is a much more mundane adventure that PETA absolutely despises. He's going to tell us, pick one of 3 dangerous monsters and have fun with it. So, we're going to make our most important decision of our 10-year-old lives, which Pokemon to choose. As always, there's 3 of them. Unless you're playing yellow version, then, well, you're a special snowflake. So, we got our 3 decisions. We got Anguirus, Gamera. I always saw him as kind of like Diet Godzilla. I don't know. And Gojira, the original. I don't know why everybody goes on and on about how Blastoise and Charizard are the best now. Venusaur, man. Because this is a Nuzlocke challenge, we are going to nickname our Bulbasuar Anguirus. He never wins a battle, but he is about as predictable as flatness in Kansas, man. Maybe the next Pokemon I name will be shorter. My goodness, you poor viewers having to sit here watch me fiddle with all the keys. Anguirus. And my opponent is obviously going to choose Godzilla. You know, I hope our battle that's about to commence goes better than the one that happens in Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. Anguirus gets his jaw stinking snapped in half in that one. It's wonderful. I don't get how the ratings board that figures out American movies, why they decided that is rated for a general audience. That was one of 2 Godzilla movies that we had on VHS when I was a child. The other one was Godzilla vs. Megalon. And that one's also pretty weird. I enjoy it though. The cicada guy, Megalon, is also one of my favorite Godzilla monsters. Although Megalon does not appear in Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. We're gonna do a growl. This battle is difficult because, well, A, we're at a type disadvantage. B, if we die, we lose. And so we just have to hope that luck is with us. And hope we don't get a crit. And, yep, we got this, guys. Good job, team. After this, we're going to be done ignoring our mother, and we're going to talk to her, and she's going to heal all of our Pokemon, because she's wonderful like that. And after we get our Pokemon healed, we're going to go on a wonderful adventure to the next town to talk to some strange old man in the market. He has a special delivery for Professor Oak. I think that's Godzilla movies are the only movies that we ever tried to rent from Blockbuster. I remember one time we went in there and there was Silence of the Lamb right next to the Godzilla movies. And, well, that movie cover terrified me for one reason or another. So here is my mother, and we're going to talk to her, and she's going to heal our Pokemon. And now that we're exiting the town, we need more exposition, because exposition is wonderful. And now that we're on Route 1, if we encounter a Pokemon, which we just did, this is the only Pokemon that we can capture on this route because we're doing a Nuzlocke Challenge. And, well, yeah, you have two options. You can either kill it or run away, but you can't capture it because you don't got no Pokeballs yet. Did anybody see the new Godzilla movie, Godzilla King of the Monsters? I really enjoyed it. Some people might complain, oh, there wasn't enough people in the movie, and you know, Godzilla movies don't need a really strong plot, you know, it's like a Doom game. You're there for the action. There's a Pokemon I have no idea how to pronounce because the internet is a confusing place. I thought it was Rattata, but other people are like Rattata, and other people are like Ratatouille, and I'm just like, that's a movie, not a Pokemon. They're everywhere, though. I'm surprised there's no rat monsters in Godzilla movies. Can't say I've ever seen one. No. So now that we're in Verilion City, we're going to go over to the Pokemart here, and we're going to talk to the shopkeep who will tell me to go talk to Professor Oak. Because we can't get Pokeballs until we talk to Professor Oak. And I do not want to proceed any further because, well, if we don't have any Pokeballs to catch any Pokemon, we are wasting valuable resources. Quicker way is just to jump down here where there's no grass. I don't think there's a run button in this one, unlike other Pokemon games made in Gen 3. So, I might have to double check that, but it was a little quality of life improvement that Gen 3 did provide over Gen 2. And now that we're done talking to Professor Oak, he's going to hand us our Pokédex, which magically tells us every Pokemon in the world, even though it's empty when we first get it. You know, if these games weren't made in the 90s, Professor Oak would just be handing us cell phones. Come on, guys. Like, I'm pretty sure an iPhone can handle all of the information that a Pokédex processes without problems. It's kind of weird how that kind of science fiction encyclopedia in your hand came to be real only a decade later, about a decade later. For the longest time, I didn't think I watched the first episode of Pokemon. And then I watched the first episode of Pokemon, and then I was like, yeah, I've seen this one before. Huh. Anybody ever get that feeling with, like, anything? Well, that's nice. Town map is helpful in this game because I can't see the map 24/7. Let's go talk to Mom to see if she has anything for us. Nope, we just take a nap. Thanks, Mom. When I see my mom, I don't get to take naps. It's terrible. So we're gonna go over to Route 22, which is just to the left of Vermilion City. And this is so we can catch a Pokemon, so we have multiple people in our group and are less vulnerable to being one-shotted. After that, we're probably going to have to talk to the drunk man. And then he'll try to tell us how to catch a Pokemon. We're going to go to the left here, and that's not the right place. So we're going to go north. We found our first Pokemon. It's a Rattata. First time in a while I haven't seen a Mankey in this patch of wonderfulness. But that's okay. Rattatas are good for my team because Bulbasuar is a rather slow Pokemon. I can't say I've ever really played with a Rattata in game. It's part of the novelty of doing the Nuzlocke Challenge. Whew, I'm so glad I didn't one-shot that thing. There's your Pokeballs. Did anybody ever have any weird good luck rituals for Pokeballs? I know for a while it was press A quickly while the Pokemon rattled the ball. And then after that there was press the opposite direction on the D-pad to figure out if you catch the Pokemon or not. So if it goes right, you press left, and if it goes left, you press right. What are we gonna name Rattata? Well, there's no Godzilla monsters to name it after. Pinky. Yep, we're gonna name it Pinky. Now, if only we could catch a second one, we could name it Brain. That show came on about the same time every day as Pokemon did. and watch it before school came along. And this is a good spot to end the episode. Thank you for your time, and I hope you come again soon. Goodbye.